Hello beautiful people, how are you all doing? Hope you all are doing great. Welcome back to my channel. So in this video,
put a finger down if you're 29 with 5 kids under the age of 7 and your husband told you he wants to get a divorce because you want to continue going to your family church he doesn't like, but he wants you to stay in the house for the sake of the kids and says he'll eventually start seeing other people. So he takes back the Benz that he bought you and buys you a less expensive car, and you take you and your 5 kids to go live with your dad. And now you share a room with your 5 kids trying to get your life back together because you haven't worked in 8 years because your husband told you to focus on you, your kids, and school. So now you got to learn how to be a single mom, all while your kid's dad is gaslighting you, making you feel bad for leaving the house because he says you should have stayed and saved up, even though he's going to be out doing what he wants to do. Okay, so I would like to address some things before I start with part 2. My husband is a great father. I would even say he's a great husband, but this situation has gotten out of control between us. I have a degree and I also have a real estate license, so I want to put that out there.
And this is why I keep telling y'all dumbass bitches. Get the fuck off the internet complaining about your spouses and your partners. Stop coming to the internet.
Put a finger down if you're 29 with 5 kids and you decided to get on the internet and air out your dirty laundry to over 1 million people by letting them know that your husband wants to divorce you because he told you not to go to your family member's church and you refused. And now they're dog walking your husband in the comment section of that video. And because you did not expect that video to go viral, you then made a second video saying how great of a husband he is and how great of a father he is. Nobody asked you to do that video. You did that on your own. And now you're trying to backpedal because of the attention that it's getting. The only thing you're going to get from getting on the internet and talking bad about the person that you're with is you're going to get a bunch of people with unresolved trauma, and they're going to trauma dump in your comment section. And that's exactly what happened in your original video. And again, you never expected that video to go viral. And now you regret making the video, and that's why you're backpedaling. Keep your relationship issues off the internet. All you're going to get is people that's going to, one, tell you to leave your relationship, or if you don't leave that relationship after you aired out your dirty laundry, they're going to call you stupid for not leaving the relationship.
29 with 5 kids, immediately no. And I'm not taking no 5 damn kids to my daddy house. That man would have had to keep at least 4 of them. Her first mistake was going back to that damn church in the first place. Like, I'm on the husband's side with this one because what do you mean? You go to an apostolic church where they don't believe in things that'll prevent pregnancy. And when you got pregnant with your second child, you was like, hold on now. Hold on, that's too much. But you proceed to go to said church and still believe in those things and continue to have more babies because the church said that you need to be fruitful and multiply, even though that's not something you really wanted. And now you at your daddy house, not the church house who told you be fruitful and multiply. You at your daddy house. And why the hell are you at your daddy house? Like, you telling us that your husband make all this money and you at your dad's house trying to build yourself back up and you haven't worked in like 8 years because he told you to stay home and focus on the things that you need to focus on. Why wasn't you saving his money? Like, come on now. Y'all give stay-at-home wives and moms a bad rep. Why weren't you saving his money? You're supposed to save money. First of all, have your own income coming in, however you do it. If you babysit, tutor, however you make your little change, save that, put it in a high yield savings account, invest it, whatever, however you choose to do it. But whenever that man is supposed to be taking care of you, not just giving you money to go to the grocery store, not just giving you money to do something for the kids. He's supposed to give you money and you're supposed to save that money. So yeah, the whole story is a big ass no for me. We all got all of our fingers up. No.
Put a finger down if you're 29 with 5 kids under the age of 7.
Ooh, girl, you lost me when you said 29 with 5 kids. Then I don't want to miss the fact that you said all under 7. Then what do? Why you get mad at us? You're the one who came on TikTok and said you and your 5 kids were staying at your dad's house in a 1-bedroom. Then she said something about her husband want to get divorced because she's not going to switch her church. I'm not going to lie to you, baby girl. We would have been switching churches. I'm not finna be a single mama of 5 kids under 7. No. But you know what? I don't need that negativity on my TL, so I hit uninterested. I don't want to see another video like that ever again.
You should have just stopped going to that church. All the ladies in the comments was on your side. Everybody was like, damn, your husband a piece of crap. They were even telling you, hey, give him the damn kids. Just for you to come out with another video saying that he's a wonderful father. He's still 100% in their life, financially and physically. You know what I'm saying? He has the kids, you drop them off over there and whatnot. You even said that he was a good husband. You even said out your mouth he was a good husband. He was a good dad, a good husband, and you're a single mom now. Who was the problem? Hold on. Because in the video, the second part of the video, you said, where are all y'all getting this information from? You brought your problems to the internet. And of course, people are going to jump to conclusions when you make a video dogging your husband. You, a woman online with 5 kids at 29, came on here and included everybody in the internet into your marriage. So of course the internet is going to do what they do and start attacking your husband. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't want people on the internet to talk about the shit that you're going through, don't bring it to the internet. Shit. Who would have thought? You don't tell nobody your business, nobody gonna talk about it. Who would have thought?
A few days ago, I made a video about this guy who said he was disgusted by the idea that there are women out there who wanted to have their own jobs, who wanted to make their own money. He said that it feels like they're trying to prepare for the event that their man will leave them. And he's like, if you just cook and clean and do whatever you're told, you wouldn't have to worry about a man leaving you. And that's why I said this. Some men will tell you that they'll always love you and they'll always take care of you. But the minute they don't, or the minute they have found your replacement, all of a sudden the house is mine, the car is mine, everything in the 401k is mine. Here she is with no credit history, no rental history, no money, no savings account, no credit cards. And she'll have to accept an entry level or minimum wage position because she hasn't worked and she has no experience. Where she is exactly where he wanted her. This was systematic and methodical. He waited until she had 5 of his kids and no way to just go ahead and leave him to be like, and now I'm getting ready to start dating other people and doing whatever I want. He wanted her to be desperate, so desperate in fact, that she would consider letting him cheat so that she could afford to take care of her children. They are well aware that they're putting you and your children in a vulnerable position. They're not worried about you or those kids. They want you to believe that you don't truly love them if you have a plan B. Meanwhile, they have a plan B, C, D. You've never known a version of that man who isn't in love with you. But girl, when he's not.
That 29-year-old woman with the 5 kids under the age of 7, I want to point out something in all of the word salad that she told us. She said after she had her first child, her and her husband were having intercourse, and she knew that she was ovulating. She knew that it was that time of the month. She asked him not to finish inside of her because she did not want to have another baby. She asked her husband not to finish inside of her because she did not want to have another baby. That was after baby number 1. And now, after 5 kids, and after he has sucked up her entire 20s, he is leaving her. She said that she allowed him to do it because she wanted to be submissive. Because according to their religious doctrine, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. They also subscribe to gender roles and gender norms. So now that y'all are going to get a divorce, and as much as she claimed like, oh, he wants 50-50, who do you think is going to shoulder the burden of the 5 kids? I want y'all to let that sink in. She did not want more kids. She knew she was ovulating. She asked her husband not to finish inside of her. He said, So she let it happen. And because she's a part of a church that does not believe in doing anything to prevent pregnancy, she is 29 with 5 kids. And her husband is leaving her. Mind you, she does not want a divorce. She does not want her marriage to end. He does. After he pumped her with 5 kids. I want you to let that sink in the next time you think to yourself,
there's this thing this man wants me to do, and I don't really want to do it. And you think to yourself, but I need to be a good wife. I need to be a dutiful wife. I need to submit to my husband and my husband's will. Ask yourself, how are you going to feel if the relationship ends? Are you going to feel like this is something I also wanted to do? No. We're not talking, making him a sandwich. We're talking about making him a baby that you don't fucking want. Stop doing shit that you don't want to do for men, and especially when it's things that you are going to be left carrying.
So this woman is 29, married with 5 kids, and people got their opinions about that. But I mean, anyway, I could see if she was single with 5 kids, that probably could be, I guess, called out and looked down upon, But all I heard in the video was basically, never be a stay-at-home wife, right? Never do that. As a woman, women should always have some type of money, some type of income, because also in the video she said she ain't worked for 8 years. Now all of a sudden her husband wants a divorce. Talk about that. Her husband wants a divorce. So what's she supposed to do? She ain't worked in 8 years. And women should never be put in that position. I don't care how much a man say he love you, how much he say he gonna provide, how much he say that you ain't gonna never have to go without. Any of that BS, bro. Any of that BS. Alright? Always have you some type of money. Always have you an independent bank account. Always have you something going on for your mother effing self, bro. Always. Never trust a man. Never depend on a man. Depend on God and your goddamn self.
So I just finished watching the video of the girl who's 29 with 5 kids under the age of 7. No judgment to her at all, because I am a mom as well and I understand specific struggles. But one thing that I want to highlight is she did mention that, she's Christian, or her husband is in ministry or something of that nature, and he decided that he wanted to leave, and now she's living as a single mom in her father's house or something of that nature. One of the things that we need to understand about religion is that religion and the social construct of marriage is really stealing a lot of young women's future. I'm talking about women with bright futures, because they believe that they are doing their due diligence or honoring God by being married. A lot of people follow the scripture, men, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So these men are literally scouting out women, and women, because they're trained under ministry, they're trained in church, not how to date, but to be picked. So a lot of them are waiting for these men, and they're literally marrying quickly without really knowing these people, without choosing, because a lot of church culture, they influence women that it is an honor for them to be chosen, instead of teaching women, no, you do the picking. But no, these systems of hierarchy are teaching women that a man chooses you. And then they're laying down their futures, their whole entire lives, their bright career, everything about themselves in order to follow this system and please men. Do you know how many women I see under the religious institutions who are marrying and then they're getting divorced within a year? And they literally have said that God told them to marry this person. God told them that this is their husband. This is religious psychosis. It is literally ruining the futures of women for mediocre men. And this is not an attack on marriage. This is an attack on a system that repeatedly has women shrink themselves to being a helpmate for men. Now she's stuck with 5 kids as a single mom. You know how hard it is to be a single mom? Like, it is sad. And that's not what she signed up for, I'm pretty sure. It is sad. But we have to call out the system, and it is religion.
That lady that's 29 with 5 kids, she came on here to shame that man into taking her back, because there's no fucking way you left with the clothes on your back and 5 kids sleeping 6 to a room and you're still defending him. She wants to tell us how good God is and how God worked through the problems in her marriage to show his love.
Let me get this right. Right? Your husband, who you guys met when you guys were senior in high school, right? You dated throughout high school. You guys went to college together. You felt the calling in your heart to reconnect with the Lord, and you went back to your home church, which is agnostic or whatever, you know what I'm saying, division it is, right? And your husband goes with you. He wasn't a church going type of person, but he got into the church. He became a Bible study leader. He did everything you're supposed to. You boom, 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 leveled up into the church and whatnot, right? Eventually, it gets to the point where one day he comes up to you, which I don't think it was one day. It was probably building towards that direction. He's like, yo, I don't like this church anymore. I don't want us going here. I don't want it to go anymore. So you hear that and you're like, I'm convicted. I'm not going to stop going to the church, and I'd rather move in with my dad, right, than to not go to the church that my husband requested us not to go to anymore, right? Understand this, you've been a stay-at-home mom for 8 years now. You have 5 children. You've gotten your bachelor degrees in health, something which you haven't defined what it is, which is sketchy to me. I think that's already a tell that there isn't any degree, but that's just me. Also, as well, you're saying that you also in those 8 years, you got your realtor license. You failed it multiple times, but you were able to finally get it after, studying really hard. Ma'am, why did you come to the internet? Because we're not going to help you. We're not here to help you. We're here to judge you. I'm just telling you this right now. Go back home to your husband and tell that church that you're not coming back no more. You got 5 kids, and the only reason why you moved out to your father's house is because you and your husband are having a disagreement about what church to go to? Stop being childish and go back home, please. Go back home. Go back home and be with your children, okay? Yes, your husband is an amazing husband, amazing father to those children, blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. Go back to your husband. There ain't no reason, ain't nothing out here, okay? Ain't nothing out here. Secondly, this is childish, and it's showing more on your end than his end, to be frankly honest with you. Like, share, comment.
So if you know me, if you've been following me, if you tune into my lives every Tuesday, you know my first reaction to the lady who's 29 years old with 5 kids under the age of 7 was, I don't even know 5 people. I don't even know 5 people. So for someone to have 5 kids, I don't even know 5 people. Okay, all I know is my mommy, my daddy, maybe Jesus. Okay, so 2 and a possible. Okay, I know 3 people in this life. So to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids in this economy, wow, you are in a pickle, sister. Here's the thing. Don't come on here telling us about your man, what your man did to you if you're not planning to leave. And I don't think this young lady is in a position where she will be able to leave on a long-term, on a permanent basis. I think between religion and being out of work and having 5 children who are so young, I think she's going to be in a position where she might find herself back in the marriage. And I hate that this is how the cookie crumbles for certain women. You get married, you have these kids, leaving and staying left is extremely difficult because you don't have the tools, the resources, the community, the safety net, whatever, to stay left. This is someone she's become very dependent upon. And yet, don't tell us nothing unless you left and you're staying left. Because now you calling us all types of bastard ass bitches. Because we tell you that what your estranged husband has done to you, the ways in which he has cut you at your legs, downgrading your car, forcing you to leave your church home, is bad. And now you're telling us we're all types of single, bitter, bastard ass, out of wedlock ass bitches. And now you're defending him, saying that he is a good father. And I'm of the personal belief, you do not have to be in a romantic relationship per se, but if you are not good to the mother, you cannot be a good father. If you make the mother's life a living hell, you are not a good father. If you're putting the woman in a worse off position and denying her of the tools and the resources that allows her to show up the best for y'all's children, you are not a good father.
You're 29 and you have 5 kids, and you came on here to basically tell us that your husband wants to, well, he doesn't want to leave the church that you want to leave, and basically he's going to see other people, and that is what forced you to move in with your folks to get help. Of course, everybody, this is a tale as old as time. I get it. Y'all have no friends and you come on here and you tell us your business. And now the comments are like, this is horrible. This is a terrible man. Why would he do that? And without fail, your part 2 is he's a good man. He's a great man even. He provides 100%. I don't know where y'all are getting that. Like, he's not a dead... I really wish you all would get some friends, because I'm telling you now, like, once you put this type of stuff out there, like, what, like, and now everybody in the comments is like, okay, girl, well, have fucking fun. If he's 100% awesome and amazing, he was a great husband and father, and like, what do you want us to do? I get it. Like, if people are coming on here telling us their business, like, people should get invested. But again, once this goes out and it hits 5,000 views and 10,000 views and 30,000 views and 500,000 views, like, I don't think people really understand what that means. And so, yeah, like, based off of the information that you have told us, that doesn't seem like a good 100% giving husband and 100% great father. And again, if this is all over church, I'm just not understanding. But again, because it's church, this also makes sense. Now in your part 2, you're saying y'all never believed in contraceptives, but you didn't want to have 5 kids. But he didn't coerce you into doing the do on a day that you were more likely to get pregnant, but you wanted to be submissive because that's what you were taught. Like, the indoctrination is crazy. There's nothing we could do to help you. Now you're trying to prepare to be a single mom. That's what you said, because you didn't want to be a roommate with your husband, but you're defending him, so you probably might as well have stayed. But whatever. You're trying to do the single mom thing, right? But in that initial video, you did paint it out and put the finger down to paint him as a person that is not really the cause of y'all breaking up. Anyways, have fucking fun, honey. I'm 30 and 5 kids. They say you cannot have, what do they say? You shouldn't have any more kids than you can handle on your own. Let's just say your partner passed away or something terrible would happen, or you have a divorce. Like, can you handle 5 kids on your own, girl? No, because you already came on here. We already know you can't handle it. People can barely handle 1, much less 5. We already know the girl don't have no friends because you're on TikTok telling your business. That's the telltale sign that you don't have anybody in the house. Praying for you, but again, don't come on here if y'all are not. I know it's unwarranted. It fucking sucks. People have their opinions, but just like, y'all see this every day. Y'all come on here and then y'all run to defend the man that. Anyways, whatever.
I'm just like confused a little bit, because why doesn't he, and these are probably irrelevant questions, right? Like, I get it, but still, like, why doesn't he like the church? Is that the only reason he's leaving? Where's there no like compromise in the situation? Could y'all have chosen a different church to go to together? I'm just saying, like, if that is the sole reason as to why you're in this situation, if that's the sole reason, not excusing him, then like, why were you so set on staying at this church? I mean, because it's supposed to be something that y'all agree on, and you're still there, and now apparently abandoned. What in the world was going on at the church? Like, was it something going on that he just like couldn't stand for, and he felt like he had no choice but to remove himself from that situation? Like, what's really tea, sis? I need more than that, okay?
You're 29 with 5 kids and they're under 7 years old. Stay-at-home moms, let me tell you something. I don't care how good that man is. I don't care how well he takes care of you. I don't care how much money he makes. I don't care if you haven't had to lift a finger in a decade. Do not have more kids than what you can mentally and financially take care of, just in case shit hit the fan, okay? My grandmother always told me, you have as many kids that you want to have. as many kids that you want to raise. At any point, if this man pulls the rug from underneath my ass, I know that my 2 is enough. I'm not having more than 2 children because that is my financial and that is my mental cap. And I almost think that it's abusive to keep impregnating someone because all the children are under 7 years old. So you've had 5 kids in a span of 7 years. And you talking about a divorce? Divorce where? We're not getting divorced. No, that's not happening. But that's another story for another day. Stay-at-home moms, please, please, please listen to me. Only have as many children that you can afford to take care of on your own.
So this lady you just watched her video, put her finger down. Her video went viral and a lot of people were in her comment section pointing out things that were wrong in the relationship, and they were also coming for the man as well. So she made another video for people to get the full contents of what was going on in the relationship. And she was also defending the man, saying that he's a great father, and she could have said she's also a great husband, but things have gotten out of control between them. And he's still 100% taking care of his kids. She also said the man is financially stable and a great provider, and he's actively in his children's life. So what now is the problem? Because a lot of people are now coming for her after the second video. So your husband told you that he wants a divorce because you want to continue going to your family church that he does not like. So you want to continue going to the family church that your husband does not like. I think there's more to this story that this lady is not sharing with us. So guys, drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about this. And please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video. Bye bye.